to the Saturday game, part 2, live. This time from Molineux, with John Stattod in the commentary box. JB here, providing my second commentary of the afternoon. We're about 15 minutes away from kick-off, so we'll obviously in 5 minutes' time we'll get round to the proper build-up of the game and the two teams. But first of all, let's check the full classifiers from this afternoon. I think at this point in time. So let's check what's been happening since we were last with you earlier. Earlier today, Newcastle were beaten 2-1 by Spurs. So let's take the full classifier check for the first time this season. Now let's start with the Premier League, shall we? Okay. Starting with Newcastle 1, Tottenham 2, Bournemouth 2, Cardiff 0, Fulham 0, Crystal Palace 2, Huddersfield Town 0, Chelsea 3, and Watford 2, Brighton 0. Obviously, Wolves Everton is a late kick-off at 5:20. We're going to the Championship now, and it's Aston Villa 3, Wigan 2, Blackburn Rovers 0, Millwall 0, Bolton Wanderers 2, Bristol City 2, Middlesbrough 1, Birmingham City 0, Norwich City 3, West Bromwich Albion 4, Nottingham Forest 1, Reading 0, Queen's Park Rangers 1, Sheffield United 2, Rotherham United 1, Ipswich Town 0. Sheffield Wednesday against Leeds is Sheffield Wednesday 1, Hull City 1, I do apologise, Stoke City 1, Brentford 1, Swansea City 1, Preston North End 0, and the game between Derby County and Leeds will kick off at 5:05. We'll go into League 2 in just a second. Just bear with me a second. League 1, in fact, is the next. It's the next league we're going to look at. Here we are. So into League 1 we go. Wimbledon 0, Coventry 0, Blackpool 1, Portsmouth 2, Bradford 0, Barnsley 2, Bristol Rovers 1, Accrington Stanley 2, Charlton 2, Shrewsbury 1, Doncaster 3, Wycombe Wanderers 0, Gillingham 3, Burton Albion 1, Luton 1, Sunderland 1, Oxford 0, Fleetwood Town 2, Plymouth 1, Southend 1, Rochdale 1, Peterborough United 4, and Scunthorpe 1, Walsall 1. And now we go into League 2, starting with Cambridge United 3, Notts County 2, Carlisle 2, Northampton Town 2, Colchester 2, Port Vale 0, Crawley 1, Stevenage Borough 3, Forest Green Rovers 1, Oldham Athletic 1, Lincoln City 4, Swindon Town 1, Macclesfield 0, Grimsby Town 2, MK Dons 1, Bury 0, Morecambe 0, Exeter 2, Newport 1, Crewe 0, Tranmere 1, Cheltenham 0, and Yeovil 2, Mansfield Town 2. And now we go into the National League. Wrexham 3, Bournemouth 0, Barnet 1, Eastleigh 2, Bromley 1, Harrogate United 1, Chesterfield 1, Braintree 0, Dagenham and Redbridge 2, Maidenhead United 2, Halifax 3, Maidstone 0, Gateshead 2, Dover Athletic 1, Hartlepool 0, Ebbsfleet 1, Haverton Waterloo 1, AFC Fylde 1, Lake Norrian 2, Barrow 2, Solihull Moors 1, Aldershot 0, and Sutton United 2, Salford 1. We're going to Scotland now, into the Scottish Premiership. Hearts 1, Celtic 0, Dundee 0, Aberdeen 1, Livingston 0, Kilmarnock 0, and Motherwell 0, Hamilton Academicals 1. We're going in now into the Scottish Championship. Allowen 0, Morton 2. Dunfermline 1, Ross County 3. Inverness Caledonian Thistle 0, Ayr United 0. Partick Thistle 2, Falkirk 1. Queen of the South 1, Dundee United 2. Now to Scottish League 1. Scottish League 1 then. Adrianians 0, Montrose 1. Arbroath 3, Stranraer 1. Wrekin City 0, East 5 0. Dumbarton 0, Forfar Athletic 2. And Raith Rovers 2, Stenhousemuir 0. So we're going now into the Scottish League 2 now, bottom league in Scotland. As follows: Albion Rovers 0, Peterhead 4. Calvin Beef 1, Annan Athletic 2. Elgin City 1, Edinburgh 0. Stirling 0, Clyde 3. And Queen's Park and Berwick is a late result. Queen's Park currently leading Berwick by a goal to 0. We'll try and get some Welsh scores as well before we concentrate on the main event. So let's go to the Welsh. See if we've got any games on there. No Welsh results, so that's it basically. Nothing from the Welsh Premier. So that's all the full-time classifieds as we see what's happened there. Crystal Palace winning at Fulham by 2 goals to 0. Fulham getting a harsh reality to life in the Premier League, and obviously Brighton losing out 2-0 at Watford. What a goal that is! A terrific volley by Pereira with his right foot into the net. Really good goal. That gave Watford the lead at Vicarage Road, and then it was the second goal, Pereira involved again, cuts in from the left hand side and then just rifles it past the goalkeeper Ryan, who's got absolutely no chance at all. And 2-0, Watford have won. Newcastle Tottenham earlier today. I also covered that as well, you may remember. This was the opening goal. The winning goal in fact came from Dele Alli. Came in unmarked. Vertonghen put Spurs in front for a disputed goal. A goal that crossed the line through goal line technology. And then the equaliser from Newcastle, and then the winning goal from Ali. And of course Huddersfield beaten 3-0 by Chelsea. 10 minutes to go then at kick-off time. This is full match commentary of Wolves against Everton. We brought you the results from earlier today in England and Scotland. Now it's all about Wolves and Everton for a place and a big night on a big afternoon for Wolverhampton Wanderers. They're back in the Premier League, the big time, after 6 years away. They suffered successive demotions since they went down, and then they got themselves together. Kenny Jackett started the comeback trail, and now here they are, Wolverhampton Wanderers back in the big time, 6 years away. Can we do it again? And Zooks, don't ask questions like that, please. That's not why people go in there. So Manchester United Fans TV, Everton to win 6-1. A bit unrealistic, but and don't forget, if you didn't hear us earlier, start your messages or end your messages with hashtag JB Live. It's important that you say JB Live. Hashtag JB Live. Okay. Every comment JB Live. Let's get into the hashtag things, because we want to obviously do that. Right, let me give you the starting lineups. Patricio in goal for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Then it's Bennett. Just bear with me. So it's Patricio in goal for Wolves. Bennett, Cody, Bolly and Doherty. Yao Martinho, a new signing from Inter Milan. Ruben Neves, Castro, Otto, Jota, Jimenez, Elder Costa. What a team. On the bench, Akenboro, Gibbs Wright, John Ruddy, Saiss, Vigana, Aus and Bonatini. Everton lineup as follows. Jordan Pickford, the England superstar, in goal. Then it's Seamus Coleman, Phil Jagielko, former Burnley player, Michael Keane and Leighton Baines across the back. In the midfield, you've got Morgan Schneiderlin, Drissa Gay, Phil Walcott, Gylfi Sigurdsson, a new signing, £35 million worth, Richarlison, Bit of a gamble there by Marco Silva, who makes his mark as Everton's manager, and Czech Tosan is the man up front. On the substitutes bench for Everton, you've got Mason Holgate, Ramirez, Dignan, the guy they got on Trendline Day, Nias, and Stecklenburg, the goalkeeper, Tom Davis, and Calvert-Lewin. The referee is Craig Pawson from West Yorkshire, and that's the team. We'll reiterate that as soon as kick-off approaches here on the JB Claret YouTube channel. So Wolves back in the big time after 6 years away. What an opportunity for them to strike a first blow. Everton have spent very big in the window after an underwhelming season last season, but I think they're a much better side than they were last year. Big Sam Allardyce, they weren't happy with the style of football, although Big Sam kept them up. Owen YouTube 303 reckons he's going to go for the Wolves to win 3-2. Hashtag JB Live. Please start or end your messages with hashtag JB Live, please. Unless it's man of the match, and the man of the match will be JB MRTM. Okay. What was the score for Norwich? Well, if you actually click back, you'll find out. But I think it was 4-3. That game. I don't know who won that game actually. I was just flicking through the championship scores, but we will try and bring you up to date. We will go over the championship games at half time, because our focus right now is on Wolves against Everton. Kick-off just a few minutes away, and I for one cannot wait for this game. It's been a long while. JB Live, that now, because you're part of the family basically. Where's the hashtag Manchester United Fans TV? We got it. I'll keep saying this until I'm blue in the face. We want hashtag JB Live. We want this to go worldwide. So just a reminder, tomorrow we've got Burnley in action. The Clarets Match Live returns. The two-team Burnley away at Southampton. Join me for that one tomorrow, and I hope you can do. There we go. Well done. The two teams are in the tunnel. This really is a big moment for Wolves. 6 years they've been away from the big time. Now the team's back. Now, I did look at the team sheet, and I did say that Patricio wears number 11. Now, that is an odd number for a goalkeeper, and I thought that was an error from the team sheet, but in fact it's not an error. In the squad number 11, Rui Patricio. I think that's a bit odd there, but there you go. But we are live, and look at there's a raucous reception at Wolves as Emerson, Lake and Palmer blast out over the tannoy. They are absolutely loving it. Oh, the old gold flag's flying, one of the traditional names, and look at that! I'm just looking out there, fireworks, pyrotechnics. They've waited 6 years for this day with the Wolves fans. And here they are now, one of the grand old clubs of English football, back where they believe they belong, in the Premier League. And who can blame them for putting on this now? A team I predicted that will finish 9th in the final Premier League table. If you've not listened to or not watched my predictions video, how is this going to work? Well, it's basically we're doing radio commentaries of all the matches, as we can't stream them live. We can't stream moving pictures. I will do it, but it would take me a long time to explain. So what I'm going to do when I get 5 minutes, I'll explain how the whole setup works, because we're going to do a behind-the-scenes tour of how everything works with the commentaries. But I'm just looking out to the pitch there at Wolves. It's absolutely fantastic. There's smoke everywhere across the pitch from the fireworks. It's just unbelievable. How was your day? I'm glad West Brom beat today. I don't know what that was about, but nice to have you along. Everybody, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be a Burnley fan to join my club. Any football fan, you can join us. We love the banter on this thing. As long as we're talking about the game, fantastic. And don't forget, JB Live, the hashtag, I will not emphasise this enough. But the flags are flying here at Wolves. It's going to be a tough test for Everton, but they've got a very good side. A good blend really, Everton, of youth and experience. Pickford, Keane, Richarlison, Tozan, the more young players there, the likes of Holgate, Tom Davis, and you've got the experience in people like Schneiderlin, Walcott and Sigurdsson. So let's just recap the two teams as they begin to toss for the right to kick in this first half. Rui Patricio, number 11, and it is in goal. 5 is Elliot Bennett. Connor Coveney wears 16. Bowley wears 15. Doherty wears 2. Yao Martinho, he also makes his debut along with Patricio. He wears 28. Ruben Neves, his central midfield partner, 8. Castro Otto, 19. Jota, 18. Jimenez, 9. And Elder Costa is number 10. On the bench for Everton, their lineup is as follows: Pickford in goal, then it's Coleman, Jagielka, Keane and Baines across the back, Schneiderlin, Guy, Walcott, Sigurdsson, Richarlison, Czech Tozan up front. And what a day this really is in Wolverhampton Wanderers. Referee is Craig Pawson, and this really will be a tough test for Nuno Espirito Santo, who's the coach of Wolverhampton Wanderers. We're all set to go here. On the bench for Wolves, Enoch Bacanara, Gibbs Wright, John Ruddy, former Evertonian by the way, Saiss, Viganara, House and Bonatini. Holgate, Ramirez, Dignan, Nias, Stecklenburg, Davis and Calvert-Lewin for Everton. We're all set to start. And Dirty Chicken, I'm not going to answer any more questions like that now. We have to use FIFA as a background. We cannot use actual match footage. Understand that. I'm fed up. Every other season people ask me these daft questions on this text line. That's not why we're here for. Now if you're a gamer and you want to see some gaming, go somewhere else. If you want to listen to the football, you want to listen to the commentary, fantastic. Okay, so Ken Alvarez, don't forget, hashtag JB Live. So Ken Alvarez, hashtag JB Live, but I will read your text. Everton will win this one, I think. I think we got the gist of that one. So we're all set to go. Earlier today, live on the Saturday match, we had a win. A spirited win for Tottenham, although Newcastle were spirited in their performance. Now it's up to Wolves. Can they get results here today? Remember, any spammers involved, there are 5 moderators on this channel and at least one of them will be on, and I'm certainly one of them, and I'll be busy commentating, but absolutely none of us will be on at some point. Also Panini will be on at some point, I would have thought. And Chris Whiteman will be. Well, I don't think Chris is on. He's out for lunch, out to dinner with family. That's why I'm filling in as commentator today. He was due to do that one. JB Live, I'd like to be the moderator. Come on, Everton, they should win. Yes, we'll add you as a moderator later on. I'm very busy now trying to do commentaries, but we will add you as a moderator, and it would be lovely to have you on board. The more moderators we have during the season, the more chance the spanners will stop. But I'm sure Absolutely Anonymous, who's one of our moderators, will come on and sort everything else. You subscribe and we'll subscribe back to you. We're just waiting for the game to start. I can't wait for this game. It's been absolutely brilliant. Wolves promoted, of course, as champions, and in the last 4 or 5 years the champions have stayed up very comfortably in the Premier League. Bournemouth won it in 2015, stayed up the next season. Burnley won it in 2016, stayed up the next season. Newcastle won it in 2017, stayed up last season. Now can Wolves get underway? We're just waiting for the start here, and what an atmosphere. I cannot wait to get started, and we're all set to go. This really is a big day for Wolverhampton Wanderers. They they are been looking forward to this all summer long. They've had a decent pre-season, and I think it will be a real opportunity for us. And it's the first chance we've ever had to cover Wolves in 3 years of the YouTube channel being on when we've done regular match commentary. So a real debut here for Wolverhampton Wanderers as they make their JB Claret debut, if you like, on our match commentaries. And we've covered many teams before in the past, and a few big names will be there too. So we're absolutely looking forward to this one. It should be an absolute thriller minute. We're about to get underway, and I can't wait to bring this match live to you. But it's marvellous. It's a marvellous occasion, and let's just hope we get a good game of football and enjoy this fantastic occasion, because it's been a long time coming for Wolverhampton Wanderers. It really has. A long time in coming, and we're about to get underway. And well, Wolves will be wearing just a bit of housekeeping before we properly set off with the commentary. Bit of housekeeping. Wolves will be wearing that old goal strip that's served them so well throughout the years. They've got a really good heritage and a good prestige. Wolves, founder members of the Football League back in 1888, and now stand back on the cusp of being back in the big time for the first time in a number of years. They've waited a long time for this, Wolves. They certainly have, and now they are literally back in the big time now. As I said, a bit of housekeeping there. Wolves in the old gold, and we will get. We're just having one or two technical issues, so once we're back up and running again, we will have the game for you. So don't worry. We're just having one or two technical issues at the moment, which always precedes these live games. Sky Go is not working well as I would have thought it would be, and but as I say, we'll get on with the game as soon as we've got the footage, as soon as I've got the game on front of me on the screen. So we're all set to go. Practically now we're all set to go. Don't worry, we've just lost. We're just having a few technical problems, but the game is underway. I believe it's 0-0, so you haven't missed anything at all. So we should be back with you very, very shortly. We're bringing you the commentary that you all come to expect over the last 3 years, and away we go. So off we go now. We are live with you. We've just had over 6 minutes gone. Sorry, we have missed the first 6 minutes of the game, but nothing has happened so far. Wolves 0, Everton 0, and we do apologise for the late start. Technical problems do come to us, and it is very difficult. But there's a cracking atmosphere, and the teams came out to a remarkable reception. So we joined the match about 7 minutes in here properly, 0-0, and the second of our live offerings this afternoon is momentarily underway. As I say, those the spammers, you've been warned, spammers. You really have been warned. There are 5 moderators on this page, and we will be watching. And here come Everton now on the far side. Ball played in there, and the chance here to get the crossing from the left hand side, and it's behind Gylfi Sigurdsson for the corner. Another awful question. We're using a FIFA 18 background. There's no need for silly questions like that. Just stop moaning and enjoy the commentary in FIFA 18. Right, once FIFA 19 it'll all update properly. But anyway, here's the corner from the far side in towards the penalty area, and well taken by number 11 in goal, Rui Patricio. An odd number that, I have to say, for a goalkeeper. I'd like to get people's thoughts on the squad number of Rui Patricio. Have you ever known a number 11 playing goal before? a guy with a number 11 on the back of his shirt playing goal before. That's usually a position that Ryan Giggs wore with great distinction when he was playing further forward for Manchester United for many, many years. I'd like to get people's thoughts on the fact that Patricio's got a shirt number with number 11 on. That's quite a distinction, and I think that's a first in the Premier League. As we got Jordan Pickford. Just to remind you that our final Premier League offering tomorrow is Burnley away at Southampton, and that will be a 1:30 kickoff. 2 live matches next week. The one being the European Super Cup between the two Madrid teams, and Chris Whiteman will be making his commentary debut of this season, and he'll be doing that match for you on Wednesday night with me presenting, and then it'll be me back on commentary duty on Thursday as Burnley take on Istanbul in the second leg of the Europa League third qualifying round. And the Championship games will be on Friday with Russ Burning doing all the commentaries that you need, and if Leeds are involved then I will fill in on the commentary. So Friday nights, just to remind you the schedules every week. Friday nights are Championship nights more often than not. Saturday and Sunday Premier League, and Monday are the Premier League. And of course we'll also have updates as well at half time and at full time of what's been happening over in the East Midlands, where Derby take on Leeds United as well. But we will have Championship commentaries more or less every other Friday for you. So we're gonna, because we've got 2 extra voices involved, it would be foolish not to cover the Championship in a bit more depth. Right, 3 kick to Wolves, which Patricio will take, former Portuguese international. And I think it's going to be a tough old battle here at Molineux today, and they don't make it easy, the Molineux crowd. It's a Wolves very much very good people's tips to do well this season against an Everton team here who won't show mercy as Coleman goes down the right hand side, and a good challenge there, but then Coleman gets the ball back over for Chirity, so he gets his left foot to shodding the Irishman, but straight down the throat of Rui Patricio, takes the ball quite confidently. 10 minutes gone here in a game that we lost due to technical issues, but we are back with you live. So 0-0, but it has been goals in all the other matches that have taken place this afternoon. 3 at St James's Park, 3 at the John Smiths, where Chelsea won out easy winners, 2 at Vicarage Road, where Watford comfortably beat Brighton by 2-0, and a couple at Craven Cottage as Fulham were put to the sword by a very ruthless counter-attacking Crystal Palace side. And of course we'll keep you abreast of what's going on with Derby at half time in this game. So 11 minutes gone, Wolves 0, Everton 0. If anyone is watching the Derby game and wants to update the score on the comment section, do so. And don't forget guys, hashtag JB Live. Hashtag JB Live for messages. Okay, so we're back underway, and here come Everton now with Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson playing the ball out towards Coleman, but can't find the Irishman. I don't know what that comment is all about. That's nothing to do with the game. Can we keep the comments to the football, please? Nothing religious or anything like that, or you will be barred from the channel. I don't need spammers like you. If you are genuine, please, please, please. We don't need. I keep reminding you guys, 5 moderators are on board. So please, 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 do not try and steal people away from me. 0-0 here. Wolves against Everton. 5:30 kick-off in the Barclays, or what was the Barclays Premier League, now known as the Premier League. And here's Phil Jagielka to Seamus Coleman on the right hand side. Coleman into Walcott. Walcott just running into trouble, and Martinho now, the Portuguese. 5 Portugal team players involved in the starting lineup for Wolverhampton Wanderers this afternoon. As Everton come charging forward, and that's surely got to be a foul there. No, says Mr. Pawson. Referee was well positioned to see the incident, and the referee is blown for a yellow card here. A yellow card coming out here from Pawson. 13 minutes gone. We've got the first yellow card of the game, and it's gone to Richarlison on debut. Oh, and he took him out as well. That was an awful tackle there by the Brazilian. Took out Moutinho very, very crudely there. So Richarlison is in the referee's notepad within nearly 14 minutes of the start. That's not the way to win favour with Evertonians everywhere. And here come the old Golden Wars. Both teams incidentally in traditional colours, as Michael Keane, who didn't have the greatest of seasons last year, covers. Gets the ball back to Pickford, who stock really rose. He was subject of a link of a potential move for Chelsea, but that never materialised. But he's going to cost a lot to bring him in now. Surprise him away from Everton after his fantastic performances in the World Cup just gone, as number 9 Raul Jimenez tries to chip the ball forward, but nothing doing, and it's gone behind for the goal kick. He tried to stab it forward, in fact, and unfortunately couldn't find Jota. So a goal kick here at Molineux, 0-0 here in the Midlands, as Mr. Ganagay, who played in the Midlands for Aston Villa until the season they got relegated some 2 years ago, just over 2 and a bit years ago now. They've been relegated. Wolves now the top West Midlands club, and wasn't it ironic that the season West Brom got relegated, Wolves went up and replaced them straight away as champions. There's a big rivalry down there between West Brom and Wolves, and there has been and it is a bitter rivalry there, but as I say, it's I hope you want as Holgate is, Richarlison is brought down. It's number 2 Doherty. I think Richarlison actually slips here. No, he's taken out. I didn't see that second replay, and I think Doherty's a little bit unfortunate there, maybe to be in the referee's notebook at this stage of the game. Richarlison, a player that Marco Silva knows well, the 4th official there, just chatting along with Marco Silva. 16 minutes gone then at Molineux, and it's a Everton free kick, and Baines to send this one into the danger zone. Keane and Richarlison both forward as the free kick is sent in towards the Wolves penalty area, and it's been stabbed in. Richarlison on his debut has scored for Everton. Panic in the Wolves defence inside the 6-yard box, and in came Richarlison to stab the loose ball in past Rui Patricio before he could react, and the free kick caused all sorts of confusion, and Wolves have to, if they're going to get a win on opening day, have to come from behind. 16 minutes gone, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Everton 1. It was a good free kick into the danger zone. Wolves had a couple of chances to clear it. It dropped kindly for Richarlison, who absolutely lashed it in from no more than 6 yards out. Superbly taken goal by the Brazilian. Wolves all over the place in defence. Well, there was nothing wrong with if there was any pushing and shoving, Wolves can't claim that because it was perfectly legitimate, and Marco Silva has his first goal as Everton manager, and it's one of his signings, £35.5 million worth, Richarlison, and that has paid a little bit of the check back. 17 minutes gone, Wolves 0, Everton 1. Richarlison the scorer, and it was superbly taken. Well, now Wolves know the realities of Premier League football. 6 years away, the standard has dropped. A difficult one. The newly promoted sides didn't at all. Cardiff lost to Bournemouth. Fulham lost at home. Stella Crystal Palace. And Wolves are losing at home here to Everton by a goal to nil. Richarlison with the goal after 17 minutes. And already our league commentaries, we got 3 last night at Old Trafford when Manchester United beat Leicester City 2-1. We had 3 at St James's Park early today when Spurs came away with 3 points against Newcastle. And today, newly promoted Wolves trail Everton by a goal to nil. So 7 goals already in our 3 commentary matches so far from the Premier League. And the 4th one still to come tomorrow. That's Burnley away at Southampton. And what a game that really does promise to be as Elder Costa comes forward, plays it in towards Castro playing the ball back, and a chance now for Bolly to get the ball over towards that far side. The ball is out of play and it's off Richarlison, in fact off Doherty rather than Richarlison, and out for a throw-in. And the Everton fans, there they are, plenty of them, and there's at least a good 4,000 of them now travelled down the M6 from Merseyside this morning or this afternoon, and they've all travelled in their thousands there in the Steve Bull stand over on the far side. It used to be known as the John Ireland stand. That stand's been up now since 1979-80. Actually nearly put Wolves out of business back in those days, because when they got relegated in 84, Wolves, they dropped through the divisions like a stone, just a bit like Burnley did in those days, and ended up in the 4th division with mounting debts and almost out of business. But they were saved, and then Sir Jack Hayward has built this Molineux. When Sir Jack Hayward came here back in the early 90s, was an absolute dump of a ground. But look at the way that Sir Jack Hayward, the late great Sir Jack Hayward, has transformed this fantastically brilliant club. It is a proud club, it's had so many greats. In fact, Molineux has made football history. In fact, as we just break off for a second here, they were the first English team to play a floodlight match when they played Homestead in the 1950s. And older football, our older listeners will I'm sure remember that, if they're old enough to remember it. They were the inventors of modern football as well. The great Billy Wright, of course, a big figure in the Midlands, not just in football but in television. Was the director of sport at ATV and Central Television in the Midlands for many years, and a Wolves legend as well. And Graham Taylor, of course, managed the club. The late great Graham Taylor managed the club with great distinction as well. But a great size. Steve Bull as well, club legend, for those who are not clued up on all things Wolverhampton Wanderers. Right, back with the game, and at the moment Wolves just playing a little bit of a just getting possession together here as Neves plays that in. Now then, chances here now for Cody now to bomb forward here for Wolves. Still overran it slightly there, and the ball's out towards the far side. 2 or 3 old gold shirts waiting in the middle. The shot coming in and over the top of the crossbar from Martinho with his right foot, just to the right of the D as he struck it, and behind for a goal kick to Everton. Better for Wolves. Hit it first time. Not troubling Jordan Pickford enough there for me. Crazy Piece of Gaming says hello. Don't forget, hashtag JB Live is the hashtag. This is the man in the match. Hashtag JBMOTM. Okay? Don't forget it. So back with the game. And we've got some big games coming up as well ourselves in midweek. The European Super Cup is going to be our showpiece event of the week. And Chris Blackman will be the man to bring you that one as the cross comes in towards the penalty area. And that will be Patricio's. Yes, Chris Whitewell will be installed in a box for that one. He was due to commentate today, but he's had unfortunately there's been other things that have got in the way, so he was unable to do it today. So, well, I couldn't let you guys down, so I'm doing a double bubble commentary this afternoon, so I'm working overtime. I was due to present in actual fact, so but I'm not bothered. It's good to be on board. And also, can I just also say that Burnley's second leg as well will be live next week as well from Turf Moor, and a time for that is 7:40. Both games in actual fact kick off at 7:45 in the evening, so make a date with us for both those games of course, and I'll be in the Turf Moor box for that one. And well, at the moment Wolves making heavy weather of their first game, but they're having a little bit of possession here, and number 19 Otto is making a break on the left rather, and in fact Walcott doing well to win the throw in there off Castro Otto, to give him his full name. Stats: 59% possession Wolves, 41% to Everton. That's the possession stat anyway, and that's brought to you in association with EA Sports, with FIFA 19 just over a month and a half away from release. I hope everyone will be getting that game as well. Here's a chance now for Castro's cross deflected and knocked away once more. Now the ball hooked away by Everton over the halfway line, and again this time Wolves with an opportunity with Cody to get the ball forward here. Cody gets the ball back from Bennett. Cody again plays it forward over to the near side. Bowley now finds Castro back inside again. Good football this from Wolves, keeping possession well, not panicking at all, the men in the old gold. And again Bennett will play that forward. It's a good Wolves team. As I said, I've backed them to finish 9th this season. I think they're good enough to beat all the teams around them. Everton have got as top 7 material. I think they've got the right manager now. And I think Farhad Moshiri and Bill Kenwright will have a lot of pressure taken off them. They had a frustrating time of it last season, Everton. They couldn't win Patofi at the start under Koeman. And then obviously they had the issues of bad football under Big Sam Allardyce, but I think they've got the right manager this time in Marco Silva, and I think Everton will do things this season. I think you might have to put him in the brackets as challengers as well for one of the 2 cup competitions, possibly the League Cup. They may well attempt to take seriously as well this season. It's a competition they've never actually won, Everton, and it would be nice to see the blue half of Merseyside come off with a trophy this season, and I'd love to see that, because Everton are again, like Wolves, traditional members of the Football League. We're in the first inaugural Football League season back in 1888, and it would be lovely for a nice club like Everton, and they are a good friendly club, Everton. A lot of overshadowed by their more illustrious neighbours Liverpool across Stanley Park over in Merseyside. Anyway, Wolves have possession, and it's back with Connor Cody just looking for options. He's got one there in Bennett out to the far side, and now Doherty back to Bennett using to use Cody, then uses Rui Patricio, who just hooks it away with his left foot. His left peg through that one, and the ball had a play on the far side for a throw into Wolverhampton Wanderers, who trail Everton by a goal from Richarlison after 17 minutes. Not what you wanted to see, not what the Wolves fans wanted to see here on their Premier League return, but there are plenty of games left there, and I think Wolves will do brilliantly. I think this top 10 finish would be absolutely achievable for them, considering the quality of players that they've brought in. Yes, they've got the Portuguese super agents, of course, that have got the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo incidentally on the books, and I wonder how much he's played a part in getting Ronaldo over to Juventus. But at the moment it's a Brazilian that's deciding things here. That's Richarlison. His 18th minute goal on debut for Everton separates the 2 teams at this present moment in time. And here come Wolves on the break. The breaks down, and Gilfie Sigurdsson rather Gets it forward, finds Leighton Baines. Baines back in field once more and finds Michael Keane. Keane again to Sigurdsson inside the centre circle. And here goes Jagielka, very experienced player now, playing in the Premier League for just two clubs, Everton of course, and before that Sheffield United. And here is Gylfi Sigurdsson, got the number 10 shirt this season, and a big responsibility on his shoulders. No way really this season for Everton. He's now with the LA Galaxy as we come up towards 29 minutes gone here at Molineux. Wolves 0, Everton 1. This is Seamus Coleman keeping the ball in play. Coleman away from two players. Then he feeds Sigurdsson once again. Sigurdsson out to the far side. And at the moment it's a little bit cut and thrust at the moment. Schneiderlin now taking possession 5 or 10, 15 yards inside his own half. The ball over the halfway line. Still no penetration from the Wolves at the moment, and it is tough. It is really tough at the moment, all things considered. I think it's going to be as I say, I think we're going to a cracking atmosphere this evening. I really do, and I think we've got some match on here. No is the score. 1-0, sorry, is the score. The ball back with Jordan Pickford. He's yet to make a significant save in the game. 30 minutes gone. 0-0. 1-0, sorry. Everton with the goal. This is Seamus Coleman now for Everton. Richarlison getting the goal just in case he turned in late. Came from a free kick which caused all sorts of chaos in the 6-yard box for Wolves, and in the end Richarlison from no more than 5 yards out just blasted it home with his right foot and couldn't miss. But it's 1-0, but Wolves having a lot of the possession but not creating much penetration with the possession they've had so far. But their play's been fantastic. No foul there, says Mr. Paulson. The Wolves fans don't like it, but the referee was well within his rights not to give the decision. And he was something like 20 yards away from that incident as well, as the long ball is hooked forward once again. Header comes in. Bennett in there, and he wins the next ball as well, Bennett. It's still Wolves on the break. And now a chance now for Wolves to lead out. Martinho now. And the flag, I think, had gone up there. Or would have been, because Jimenez was standing in an offside position, although I think Wolves want a free kick. And surrounding the referee, a couple of the Portuguese contingent are surrounding Craig Pawson, but Pawson just letting the game go. Wolves trail. Here's Coleman for Everton. Poor ball by his undoubtable high standards, and then Connor Cody getting it back to Rui Patricio. Kicks away left foot, which is halfway. The ball bounces, and in fact there's a foul there on an Everton player for a free kick. Well, it was Martinho. I do think some of the two of the Portuguese players are looking for things that aren't there. They need to just deal with the physicality of the Premier League. That's the one thing they have to learn, the Portuguese players that have just come to the club. You've got to deal with the physicality of the Premier League, you know, because the referees are inclined not to give decisions or anything hook up when they'll breathe on them, nothing like that at all. Craig Pawson has rewarded Everton a throw about 5 yards almost away from the edge of the penalty area, almost level with the edge of the Wolves penalty area. Tozan plays the ball, but it's a loose ball. Good tackle there, no problems with that tackle at all. Nothing wrong with that at all from Gylfi Sigurdsson. Won the ball cleanly. And Richarlison, it's well, Neben's involved. I thought Richarlison just threw himself down a little bit there. can't afford to start diving around a little bit. I thought that was a bit of a dive there by Richarlison. Remember, he's on a yellow card. Everton goal scorer was booked early on in the first half, so it's anyone's guess now to see what comes about this. Now, free kick to Everton. It was a free kick, that situation that led on that same side, the far side, that led to the opening goal of the game. Will it be Baines or Sigurdsson this time over on the far side? I would wager again it would be another curling free kick from Baines, and it is in towards the penalty area. This time Wolves did a little bit better with that. Trezeguet plays the ball into the penalty area. Comes out to Sigurdsson on the far side. Sigurdsson trying to turn. He can't. Well, he's won the ball illegally, according to the referee, and it's the other number 10 involved. Hoda Costa has gone down. Let's have a look at what happened. Well, he loses his balance, and I think he just pushes him slightly, no more than that. But it is a free kick. And Wolves, they'll be disappointed, I think, that they haven't done more with what they've had of the ball in the 35 minutes now that we've been playing. And goalkeeper well off limits there, Jordan Pickford, but he did enough. Got the ball out to play, which is what you have to do. Good commanding play there from Jordan Pickford. Well, I can't remember in the World Cup doing that. The ball play back once again. Wolves trying to keep possession over on the far side, and they're doing that pretty well. Now then, they've got two in the middle. Good skills here towards the byline and the cross back. Good play that by Wolves. Best we've seen of them so far. And Doherty involved, and then Jimenez just twisted and turned Schneiderlin one way and the other, and then just literally run out of pitch as he came to come in. He signed, in fact, on a season-long loan from his parent club, Benfica. Meanwhile, it's 1-0 to Wolverhampton, 1-0 to Everton against the Wolves. First weekend of the Premier League season. 9 months of drama and mystery and suspense. Controversy, we'll have it all in abundance in the next 9 months or so on this YouTube channel. Next weekend we'll be live for the game at Stamford Bridge as the ball is lifted in there, headed away by Keane. The ball back once more, only half away, the shot back in, and it's deflected. It didn't take it. Costa's shot didn't deflect, and it's wide. Just some dates for next weekend in your diary. Cardiff Newcastle again. We'll be doing a Saturday double bubble from the Premier League, and then we will be doing a Friday night Championship game. So just for those who are going to ask the question, why aren't you doing Championship football? We will be on Friday, hopefully with Russ Vernon in the commentary box. Now Saturday Premier League double bubble. Cardiff City take on Newcastle. That'll be my match, and that will be a 12:30 kickoff. And then at 5:30 this time next week, Chris Whiteman will have the biggest match of the weekend as Chelsea take on Arsenal. Well, again, that promises to be at Stamford Bridge. Meanwhile, it's Everton on the break here. Sigurdsson leading the charge, and in the end could not find Walcott at all. What a real opportunity there for Everton to try to stretch Wolves again, and just couldn't do so. 38 minutes gone incidentally here at Molineux. It's still 1-0 to Everton. But here comes Jimenez. Jimenez hits the shot in and straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Good football again from Wolves. The attempted shot had dialed the goalkeeper's throat here. I'm enjoying this game again. Well, at least we've had goals in every Premier League game now so far this season. Hopefully we get the same sort of intensity what we had for the World Cup games. In fact, there's 64 matches in the World Cup. There was one goalless draw, and that in fact involved the world champions, the future world champions France, in a 0-0 in their final group game. So but they played a part in some of the better matches of the tournament throughout the season, so we cannot complain at all about that. But It's been a tough examination for Wolves in the first 36 minutes of life in the English Premier League. When you've been away from it all for 6 years, it's very, very difficult to get into the business of everything at the moment, and I have to say that they've acquitted themselves well in a lot of ways, but as we come up to the 39th minute mark here at Molineux, it's 1-0. And here comes Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson into the area. Sigurdsson shoots. And offside is given. So the save from Patricio would not have mattered in any case. And he was just about offside as the ball was played through. And the save would need not have mattered anyway. Well, coming up towards the 40-minute mark, and really it has been, as I said, a tough examination of Wolves, but there are another 37 more games to come, and there was a problem there for Jagielka, was doddling about, and there's a Wolves player down injured, and a red card for Everton. Phil Jagielka, the first yellow red card of the Premier League, is gone to Phil Jagielka. So it must be a free kick to Wolves. Marco Silva is absolutely furious. There is quite a concern here for the Wolves player injured, and I don't know what Marco Silva is complaining about. Phil Jagielka has accepted it like a man and has walked off the pitch. I can't tell who it is, but it is a very serious tackle, and it must have been a very high tackle. We'll try and find out the Wolves player injured in just a second, but Marco Silva, why is he complaining? Jagielka got into difficulties. I'm just trying to see who it is. It's number 18. It's Jota. It's Jota, and it's a very, very clumsy bit of play. Late. Yes, he gets the ball, but it's dangerously high. And he is injured, although I don't think he needed to roll 8 times. We'll just have to see how. Well, it does look a bad tackle. The ball's already gone. Jota's in there, and Jagielka. Well, some time ago these challenges would have been deemed legal, but not now. And Wolves are now going to play against 10 men. Jota is in agony. I don't think there's much doubt about that. There's definitely no play acting going on there. It was dangerous. Everton are forced into a change, so so Phil Jagielka is off. Mason Olgate will have to fill in now. Marco Silva, I don't know what he had to complain about then. I'd like to get people's views on that. Don't forget #JBLive. Your views on the sending off. For me, it's Jagielka's fault. He's got in there. He's taken the man out. There's no doubt about that. It's dangerously high. Studs showing. It is a 1-footed tackle, but it's a dangerous tackle. Well, do you agree with the red card or don't you agree? Get your views into me now. #JBLive. Was it a red card offence or not? I'd like to see your views on that. As Gylfi Sigurdsson will have to make way, so Everton having to sacrifice one of their better attacking players to try and protect this 1-goal lead that they've got, given to them by Richarlison. And he is disappointed, but if he wants to blame someone, he'll have to blame Phil Jagielka, because it was just silly, borderline stupid. Because he mad, red card. I think he's a Wolves fan, I think, by the looks of it. Don't forget, if you are commenting for the first time, #JBLive, please. Free kick to Wolves, and Jota, I think he's going to be okay. Neves is going to take the free kick here. It's about 20 yards, 25 yards maybe from goal. just to the left of centre. We're now inside the last 90 seconds of normal time at the end of the first period. Ruben Neves might be the right footer, 5 in the Everton wall. Neves runs up, hits it right footed and hits it into the top corner of the net. Oh, it's a double whammy for Everton. Neves with a superb free kick. Jordan Pickford couldn't get anywhere near it. I think he got a glove on it, but not enough. And wow, the game is back in business. Wolves are back in business. It's 1-1. Fantastic. And Neves equalises for the newly promoted men from Molineux. What a free kick that is. Pickford is not going to hope from the moment there. He can't see it until later. I think he gets a little finger on that. But what a moment for Wolverhampton Wanderers, and the whole place is erupted big time here. And Wolves here have got themselves the right perfect position now, because they're now level against 10 men, and the second half will be more than set up for them now. Everton in trouble. Now to 10 men. Now pegged back. 1-1. What a free kick that was. Oh, talking points at the end of the first half, and what a free kick. Wow, we've seen some drama this weekend in the Premier League. Well, this is certainly beating anything else that we've seen so far for drama. We're now into time added on for stoppages. We've played the 45 minutes. We'll get a confirmation from the fourth official how much longer will it be, but definite red card for me, if you want my opinion. 3 added minutes, incidentally, at the end of the first half. And we're into the first of those 3 minutes now. And Wolves, with their tails well and truly up now, have an opportunity now with Castro to knock the ball out wide, and then the ball will run out of play. But Ruben Neves, what a free kick. We knew about his qualities in the Championship, but with the right foot, bang. No stopping that one. Right into the right hand corner of the net. Perfectly placed. And no goalkeeper in the world could have saved that one. It was a superb free kick. Well, Wolves will feel justifiably happy, and I think on balance it's parity. They deserve at least being on level terms here, because they've had the better of the game. And Everton, if they go on to get beaten here or drop 2 points, well, they've only themselves to blame, really. And a player as experienced as Jagielka should have known better, really. We're into the second of 3 minutes. Wow, what an ending to this first half. It couldn't have gone better for Wolves, even though they will go down to Richarlison. It was they had to earn a lot of defending better, but they've really booked up since Everton's goal, and deservedly get level with a superb free kick. And I have to say, it was a marvellous goal. Probably it's up there for goal of the day for me, as Wolves have some defending to do now in the latter stages. This is just a Ghana game. Midway inside the Wolves half. Plays it in there to Richarlison. Richarlison now to Coleman. McColeman was a good tackle there, and it's a corner. Otto doing the job there. Wow. Talking points are plenty then at the end of this first half. We're going to take 10 minutes to calm down from this once the whistle goes. And then we'll keep you post. Then we'll let you know the half-time score in the Derby game, as well as they take on Leeds United. Right, we've got an Everton corner first. We've got 15 seconds of stoppage time left. Can Everton snatch a late goal at the end of the first half? The 10 men have a corner, and it's Jagielka on the near side to take it. Swings it in with his left foot in towards the penalty area, the 6-yard area, and Wolves did enough to defend it, and then they've hooked it out rather needlessly for another corner. Martinho hooked it out rather needlessly, carelessly. And it's going to be another corner, and there's just going to be just enough time to take that corner, and it's just on the quadrant now, as I can see. Here is Leighton Baines, the captain of Everton, whose team are down to 10 men. The corner is a deeper one towards the back post this time. Header one. And saved at the near post by Rui Patricio. And there goes the half-time whistle. Wow, what a first half that was. Everton in front through Richarlison early on after 17 minutes. But then with 5 minutes to go, Phil Jagielka sent off for taking out Jota when he was cutting through on goal. And then from the resulting free kick, Ruben Neves with a super right-footed strike free kick over the wall. It was a cracking free kick, and the game is evenly poised. Wolves have had the better of it and deserve, if not to be winning, at least parity, because they've played really, really well. So we're going to take 15 minutes after that little lot. We're going to take 10 to 12 minutes to recuperate and get ready for the second half, because I think it's going to be a sensational second half here at Molineux. When we'll leave you now for 10 minutes, we'll take a break. But hard time here at Molineux, which is now cranked up tenfold in noise. It's half time. Wolves 1, Everton 1. Welcome back to Molyneux for the second half, and well, what a first half that was. Terrific entertainment. Everton in front after 17 through Richarlison. Then Jagielka got sent off. There was more than one element to it that I didn't tell you, that Yota would have been clean through on goal, and Jagielka would have been sent off regardless of anything because of the bad things. Just to keep you abreast of what's happening at Pride Park: Derby County 1, Leeds United 2. I'll tell you the goals in that game. I'll give you who the scorers have been in that game as well before we get back to the commentary, when we will bring you the full-time score. Keach put Leeds in front after 5 minutes. Lawrence equalised after 12 for Derby, but Kamal Roof's 21st minute goal has given the Ellen Road side a 2-1 lead at Pride Park in that big game there. In the cricket, just quickly, England against India. That's the second test going on at the moment. England at the moment in complete control. They dominated the second test. Bad light stopped play. This is the situation in the game. India, as you well know, out for 107. But England are at the moment at the end of the second day, or the third day, they are 357 for 6 and lead by 250 runs and still have 4 wickets in hand. Wilkes has made 120. Bairstow made 93, and that was a partnership of 189, and absolutely fantastic. So there we go. That's the situation in the cricket. That's the situation in the other game at Pride Park, which Leeds are winning by 2-1. And now we're back for the second half. Both teams are now out on the pitch. One apiece. Neves for Wolves with a free kick after Jagielka got sent off, cancelling out Richarlison's goal after 17 minutes. And just to remind you, just to reiterate the text I've just written there: go away spanners, enough is enough, #JB Live. So if you are genuinely interested, just respond to your messages by hashtagging us with JB Live, and we know you are genuine. Wolves in the so off we go then for the second half. And the way this match is set up, you would think they've done absolutely superbly. Craig Pawson, who backed as the referee, will give you the two lineups in the second. Wolves in the old gold shirts, Everton in the blue, and we'll just remind you of the 2-11s at the moment, or 110 and 111, or 111 and 110, whichever one you want to come away. Just remind you, Jagielka was sent off for denying Jota, first of all, a dangerous tackle, and then a clear goal scoring opportunity. So just to remind you of the teams. Wolverhampton Wanderers as follows: Patricio in goal, then it's Bennett, Cody, Bolly and Doherty, Martinho, Neves, the scorer, Otto, Helder Costa, Jimenez and Jota. That's their 11. And to remind everybody of the Everton 11, Pickford, Coleman, Pickford, Coleman, Keane, Baines, Schneiderlin, Holgate, Dressera Gay, Walcott, Richarlison and Tozan. Jagielka was sent off after 40 minutes in the first half. So that brings you up to speed, and Everton forced into a change. But it's one apiece here at Molyneux. As the championship champions, they were worthy winners. I know half the league were complaining about how they gone about winning it, but they played it well within the rules. You can't, I mean, there's much arguing about that. And Wolves attacking the goal to our right hand side as Doherty makes a break forward. All the lights on already, and the rain is streeping down here. There was a temporary stand away to my right, and they are open to the elements there. 30-odd thousand inside Molyneux, one of the great traditional football grounds. A ground that Sir Jack Hayward built back in the 1990s. and a really lovely setup here at Wolves. A great ground, great tradition. Carmen Butter Sports says hi. Don't forget, if you don't know already, hashtag JB Live with your message as well. So we know you're genuine, but just to make yourself a bit more genuine, just hashtag it with the words JB Live, and everything will be fantastic then. So let's have a bit of hashtagging our Saturday evening here on the JB Claret YouTube channel, and it's been an enjoyable match so far. Remember, Everton playing with 10 men. Jagielka sent off after 40 minutes and severely was punished with the resulting 3 kick. Here comes Baines on the near side. Baines up against number 2 Doherty. But in came the number 28 Martinho, who's had a decent match today, I have to say. Debut in the Premier League. Not an easy league to make your debut in. JB Live, what's your favourite car? Well, I don't drive for a start, but if you were asking me to choose my favourite car, I think I would probably... I do apologise at the moment, but we will get back to you. Right, now then, here's a corner now. 1 apiece. And it's Baines to take the 3 kick. Baines into the penalty area, in towards the 6-yard box, knocked away once more. Everton 1-1. I will get back to you with the answer on favourite cars at the moment, so I'll have to go clocks on you in a bit. As Everton comes streaming forward. As we 1 or 2 difficulties there with the sound over at Molineux. Right, just to answer your question, there's a breaking play. I'd probably say Ferrari, actually, if you were choosing. I was choosing a favourite car, but in my lifetime, I don't think I'm gonna end up with that sort of car in my lifetime. But I love the Ferraris, the scarlet red. It's just absolutely beautiful. Anyway, thank you for asking me that question. Let's keep it with football for the time being, if we could. As we keep the as we carry on with the game, hopefully we'll get the proper sound back at Molineux, be able to recapture the atmosphere here. Just to remind you, 1-1 and a terrific game of football. I thoroughly enjoyed the double bubble commentary stint. This was supposed to be Chris's game, but unfortunately he's tied up with other things, with family, which is totally understandable, but it's allowed me to do another fantastic game of football. On the chip forward now towards the far side. And a free kick going against one of the Wolves players. I think it was Costa, I think. In fact, it was Jota. Yeah, just to go back, tomorrow we got a live match for you. One live match tomorrow, and that's from Southampton against Burnley. St Mary's is the venue for our main event, and what a great game. JP, I'm not JP, JB. But at least you've hashtagged it. That's a great thing, and thank you very much for your support. So yes, JB. But we'll let you off with that, cozy man. Fantastic. But thank you for joining us. And I hope you can join us tomorrow as the JP Claret channel, as it's now been renamed. We'll be back in action with, as I said, Burnley's away trip to Southampton. Join us on the JB Claret YouTube channel from 1:15 on tomorrow afternoon, and then on Wednesday night Chris Wyman will be back with you in the commentary box as he brings you commentary of the two Madrid sides battling it out in the UEFA European Super Cup. Then on Thursday, more European action as Burnley look to try and get through to the playoff rounds in the Europa League as they take on Istanbul in the second leg at Turf Moor. 0-0 from the first leg, and you'll be able to hear full match commentary from Turf Moor of that game in the second leg. Please, we have 5 moderators on here, and you will not be appearing on this channel again. 5 moderators, no more spanning. I had this problem at half time. I've got better things to do. If we can see the spanner, can I just reiterate one thing? The spammers, any spammers, if we get spammers on a constant basis throughout the season, then the chat will have to be stopped again like it was last season. We don't want that to happen. And I've got a big caption now overriding the play, and I can't see what's happening here as Wolves now looking to break for a second time here. As a little ball is chipped in there towards the penalty area. This time Jordan Pickford takes that with no problem at all. So we are back now, and they got rid of that silly little red caption now. Just overhit the ball there for a second there. There's Doherty. Just overrating that there, but please, no more spammers, otherwise we'll have to close the chat. Nobody wants to close the chat because we have when we have idiots like people like live streaming on TV, instant.com on. You know, when I want genuine football fans, and I hope everyone, I hope and pray that. Remember, we've got 5 to 6 moderators on. Why are you taking the gamble and being thrown off? It's not worth it. Just enjoy what we're giving you here. We can't give you actual moving footage because the Premier League are so strict on here that we can't do that, you know. But it's faith in their own product, I suppose. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Let's try and concentrate on the game now. Everton with 10 men. It's just petered off a little bit here in the second half, but Everton now still breaking with Gana Gay, and Gana Gay plays it out over to the far side. 1-1 is the score. Everton with 10 men on the field with Jagielka's rightful sending off after 40 minutes, and I think it was the right decision. I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's any arguments. I can't see the argument that Marco Silva was, or any points that Marco Silva was making that make me want to think otherwise, quite honestly. I understand he has to defend his team, but there are certain times you can't defend your team. That's out for throw to the disconsolation of 1 or 2 of the Wolves players and quite a number of Wolves fans. I have to say the ball didn't cross the line from where I was sitting, from where I was seeing it from. But Everton holding in there, and on course for a precious point. It has been tough all the way around. Gareth Southgate, as he was at Old Trafford last night, has made his way down to Molineux. No tie on tonight. Open colour for him in the director's box here at Molineux. But it's 1-1, and a great match here at the moment here between Wolverhampton Wanderers and Everton. Wolves back in the Premier League after 6 years away. Cross comes in from the far side, from the left hand side. It comes away again. Chance here for Doherty. Doherty keeps the possession. Finds out Costa. Costa now by the right hand corner flag. Keeps the ball in there, and it's a throw in to Wolves. Costa has just hurt his leg there slightly. The throw in has been taken. Now Martinho with a decent looking cross goes towards the far side. Real opportunity here for the men from Old Gold with Old Gold on their shirts to come forward now and try and win this game. The game is set up for them. A speculative shot from about 25-30 yards out, and over the top it goes for a goal kick. It was it would have asked a lot to have beaten Pickford from that sort of range. Hit it on the right foot and hit it well over the top. Ruben Neves, who hit that super free kick right at the death of the first half, and the anoraks and all that are on. It's like a throwback to the olden days, isn't it? Oh, I don't know how much they pay for a ticket in that temporary stand, but they are getting soaked. You feel for them. And they're here watching their beloved Wolves do real battle here with Everton. Tozan inside halfway inside the Wolves half, tries to win the ball. Tozan shoots with his right foot, and it's a great save by Patricio, going away to his left hand side there, turns the ball behind for a corner. Check Tozan, who scored his first ever goal in English football against Burnley when Everton lost 2-1 at Turf Moor last season. Well, Patricio made a good save there. Real chance for Tozan, who hasn't really been tested enough in the game thus far, but produced a really good save. So a corner then to Everton. Remember, they're down to 10 men. I will remind everyone what happened in the first half in case you've joined us very, very late in the day here. 58 minutes gone. Wolves 1, Everton 1 here at Molineux. The final match of the afternoon here in the Barclays in the Premier League. The ball towards Michael Keane towards the back post, and Tozan just couldn't get on the end of it at the far post and behind for a goal kick. So to those who have come in a bit late, we had all the excitement in the first half. 17 minutes, a goal for Richarlison, a free kick from Baines that caused all sorts of confusion in the Wolves defence. The ball went loose, and Richarlison from no more than 4 yards out stuck it in with his right foot to give Everton the lead, and then Wolves were having the better of the play, and here Wolves come up, Wolves, and the flag has stayed down. Chance here for 2-1, good save Pickford. Good save by Jordan Pickford. It could have been 2-1 Wolves, it still might be. Ball on the left hand side. Still a chance here. Needs a good cross, and then Pickford cuts out the cross from the left hand side, and that's a good piece of goalkeeping there. Not once but twice. The ball over the top. The flag stayed down correctly, says the referee. Or the assistant referee looked and said it was going to be 2-1 here. Jimenez broke the offside trap, but what about that from Jordan Pickford? That's World Cup format from Jordan Pickford. A really good save. Just to remind everybody again, going back to what I was talking about before. 40 minutes. Jagielka plays a hospital pass straight to Jota, who then was brought down by Jagielka as he was going clean through on goal. Red card it was to Phil Jagielka. From the resulting free kick, Ruben Neves right foot saves just now for Everton. They've got half an hour time on here, and Wolves at this moment in time, if you're looking at the attitudes of the two teams and the way the game is now being set up, Wolves look the likely scorers, dare I say, of the next goal. But sometimes in life and sometimes in football, it's very, very difficult, however, to play against 10 men. And we'll dig in. And this is what they could have done with Big Sam in a day like this. Well, it's 1-1. And we're into the latter stages of the game, and again we've lost the sound again from the game, so we do apologise for the loss of sound. But well, it's been an unbelievable game here today, and it's been very enjoyable to bring this match to you live on the JB Clark YouTube channel. 1-1, but the way the game is now set up, it's Wolves' game now to win. There's no doubt about it. Wolverhampton Wanderers have the chance here to win this game. 10 men against 10 men, and if they can do it, my word, it will send perspirations around the whole of the Premier League spectrum this evening, and I wouldn't like to hazard a guess, because this really has been a total. They've really shown themselves to be a very good side here this afternoon. There's no doubt about that. They have, in the main, played extraordinarily well, Wolves, and you can't deny them that. 62 minutes gone. 1-1 is the score. Pickford's made a couple of big saves in this already in the second half. We are back live with the action, and we're into what Alex Ferguson would call now the last 20-30 minutes, the squeaky bum time bit of the game. just to remind everybody that tomorrow we've got Burnley. We've got Burnley in action at Southampton tomorrow. That's our live match tomorrow. We're not covering Man City Arsenal, but we are covering Burnley Southampton. We will be covering Burnley again in a big way this season. The European matches will be there as well. Just to remind you of what's been happening elsewhere. Earlier today, Newcastle 1, Tottenham 2. Brighton were beaten 2-0 at Watford. Bournemouth beat Cardiff as well. We'll give you the full rundown of the scores at the end of the game from the Premier League, and of course we'll bring you the full-time score from Derby as well. And it remains 1-1 here, and it is frustrating then when they're losing the sound here, but we'll persevere. We've still got the game up and running in front of us. And you can hear me loud and clear. 1-1 is the score. What a game. Fantastic performance this has been today. And as the ball goes out towards the far side, and now Wolves trying to keep possession. In goes an opportunity here now. Play on, says the referee. Crossing towards the back stick. Chance here inside the area, and Walcott couldn't stick it out from the 6-yard line. And Everton so close. Everton so close to going in the lead there. Real opportunity there. It is a throw-in, level with the area of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Ball hooked away once again. As Tozan comes forward again, plays it towards towards Coleman rather, but Coleman has lost it, and now the ball is over halfway now, and Wolves are looking to win it here. Ball comes out again. The space over the far side here for the number 10. Alda Costa gets his cross in, knocked away once again, and then another attempted shot. No foul there that time. We're in for a grandstand finish here in the West Midlands. No doubt about this. Been an interesting game to say the least. Here's Leighton Baines over on the near side. Baines now back inside. Baines will get a second go. And then the ball is with Doherty. Doherty knocks it back, and then Bennett just knocks it out of play. The 10 men are on the verge here of a spectacular result here. If they can get another goal here, it would send a statement of intent early doors in the season. To get 3 crucial Premier League points would be a real novelty. Remember, in half-time Derby were losing 2-1 the leads. Frank Lampard's team in a bit of trouble. Here's a chance now for the shot, and the shot is got in! What a fantastic goal that is! And it's the substitute, and it's number 30 again, Richarlison, who cut in from the left-hand side and finished superbly with his right foot, and Everton are back in front. The 10-man lead. They don't deserve it, but there you go. Richarlison has come up transferees manager once again. The whole of Wolves and the whole of Molineux is silent. It was lovely football here. Richarlison rode his luck, tried to curl it in, and boy did he do that easily. Good football this. Played a 1-2 with Tozan, and his finish was absolute superb. And this is from behind the goal. Just the... And Wolves, who have been the better side, there's no doubt about that, after again come from behind once more. And it is tough on them, it's got to be said. But having said that, Everton are in front, and they're in front for a very, very good reason. They do not back down at all. And there is real optimism in the Everton camp this season that they could do things this season, and I think they have the quality and the rainbow of skills to do it. And they've been second raters on the showing that we've seen tonight. But having said all that, you can't deny they've been fantastic. You can't deny Richarlison's finished 68 minutes, and the Evertonians are absolutely beside themselves with pure delight. So 2-1 here at Molineux, and still a good 22 minutes of this to go. As Wolves look to try and force it again. Doherty with a good ball over the top, but it's straight into the arms of goalkeeper Jordan Pickford, one of the England heroes. But it's Richarlison. Well, when he lost Marco Silva left Watford. Richarlison looked a lost little soul. Not now. Now he's reunited with his old boss. Because Everton are in front, and now plenty of trouble now for Santos' team, because he's now got to find a way back into this. Remember, Baines was sent off. And here's Robert, not like Baines, Bill Jagielka was sent off in the 40th minute. Patricio gets the ball away now for Wolverhampton Wanderers, and now Wolves in a bit of trouble here. Toes his toe on the ball here for Everton, and now a chance now for Coleman, and Wolves here at 6s and 7s, and Everton now with that 2-1 lead are in the prime position now, even with 10 men on the field, to really ram this advantage home. They have the quality. The problem Wolves have now, they've got to chase the game against 10 men. It's going to be hard to do, even with the quality they do have. Free kick to Wolves. Jack Chosen just needs to keep his mouth closed. Wolves about to make a substitution. Off comes number 10, Helder Costa, and on in his place is number 33, Bonatini. So Bonatini on for the remainder of this match. 20 minutes to go. Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Everton 2. The Saturday game live. The second of our Saturday game double bubble. I wonder how Chris Ratman's feeling right now. He's missed out on a cracker here tonight, but we can understand why he's not available. And he was good of me to send a message. But it's been I mean, his loss has been my game, but he's got the Super Cup, so he's got consolation anyway. And then hopefully he'll have the much bigger game next week at the same time, because it's Arsenal away at Chelsea. What a game that promises to be. You'll be able to hear that live with us. Right, back with the game here. Wolves trailing 2-1 against 10 men. Santos' side have got a lot to do if they're going to get back into this side. Silva's team 2-1 up. Hydra Slayer, nice to have you on, like a boss. Going you Toffees. Don't forget to hashtag it, and don't forget now, last 20 minutes, JB man in the match time. We'll break off for a second because here come Wolves towards the penalty area. Good tackle there, and they're out for a corner. Just to remind you very quickly, JB man in the match. Choose your favourite player and hashtag it, because it won't count as a vote if you don't hashtag it. JB MOTM. Hashtag JBMOTM and your name of the player you want to see get the JB man in the match. You've got until 90. You've got 18 minutes to do that. Here comes the corner taken by Martinho into the 6-yard area, away by Michael Keane for Everton. Wolves try to appeal a handball, and I don't appreciate comments like that from you, Will Matthews. Now, if you're not genuine, I would beg you to go away if you're not going to take this seriously. There are 500 subscribers that appreciate the work that me and everyone else does on this YouTube channel, and remember there are 5 moderators, and we will take you off the thing, so behave yourself, otherwise we'll close the comment section off to the people that and we don't want to do that, because the comment section is an important shop window for all my subscribers. And if people like you make stupid comments like that. I am fed up with people like you, Mr. Matthews. Meanwhile, there's Tozan is going on, and also I just want to reiterate, Will, that if you actually read the title of the actual video, you would realise it's an audio commentary and not an actual match, not an actual moving footage game. Because if it was, the Premier League would absolutely take me to task about that. In fact, they would ban my channel from appearing ever again on YouTube. So I do apologise, but every single match I do, I get comments like that, and it really frustrates the life out of me because it's a minority and a lot of people enjoy my work. Right, back to the game now, and it's Leighton Baines now on the left hand side for Everton. Infield to Drissa Garnagay. Back to Leighton Baines once again. Baines has had his usual marvellous game on the left hand side, has done really well. And it's 2-1, and there's a player gone down there, and once again, spammers, please stop it. Play on, he says, the referee. Everton have a player down, I think, but Wolves aren't interested. They want to play on here and make advantage of this opportunity. Here's Martinez now to Doherty now on the right hand side. Doherty with the crossing towards the far post. Still might break the shot back here on the right foot and over the top. And it was Jota. It's going to be another change here for Wolves. 74 minutes gone. And as I said, tomorrow full audio commentary of Burnley against Southampton tomorrow. Super Cup on Thursday. As Castro Otto comes off and Vigriana comes on. Oh no, on the television graphic it said Johnny. You need to add if you will, but we knew it. We got it on the team sheet as Castro Otto. Right, so Otto off. And the ball back now to Jordan Pickford. Quarter of an hour left to go. Wolves 1, Everton 2. And I can't wait to get involved with the presenting and running up the actual footage when Chris Whiteman starts commentating on a regular basis for us this season, because you spammers, you will be told in no uncertain terms by me and 4 or 5 other moderators. There's Chris, there's Russ, there's Panini, and of course Absolutely Anonymous. We'll have Norwich Fan as a 6th moderator as well as myself, and you've got 6 moderators to contend with, and yeah, you won't stand a chance. Meanwhile, Wolves back with the game now. Wolves now, can they find an equaliser from somewhere? Here's Doherty, right hand side. Doherty's crossing towards the penalty area and hooked away. Jimenez was there, Raul Jimenez. So too was Michael Keane. Right, so a corner then to Wolves. Martinez to take it. They've deserved a point on balance of play, Wolves. 13 minutes to try and get that. And we're running into problems again, I'm afraid. And it's been a frustration again. We're always in the lap of the gods with this. So we're going to try and get back the later stages again. We'll get the game back for you, don't worry. It has been a total frustration. But we endeavour to finishing this game off what come may. And it's still 2-1 to Everton. We're now into the 77th minute. The ball is with Patricio. We'll back live with the action once again. The corner didn't come to much by the sounds of it. Still all to play for here at Molineux. Live, and here's Wolves now, looking for this equaliser. They've done really well and played really well, but haven't found the Midas touch here today. They've been very unlucky. The ball in towards the 6-yard area once again, or towards the penalty spot. Only half away. Doherty again has another chance. Doherty with a good cross. This time a much higher cross. Headed away again by the Everton defence. Mason Holgate was there. And again the ball over to the far side. Wolves now on tenterhooks. Can they find an equaliser from somewhere now? They're nearly from up to the side. They have really battled well here today without any great reward. As Neves now runs towards the edge of the penalty area, tries to find Doherty, can't find him. Baines cuts the ball out. Ball hooked away over halfway. And now, volley now for Wolves. There's no time for hanging around for Wolves. They have to get on with it. We've got 11 minutes to go. This needs to be a good cross if he can get into that penalty area. Neves now with the crossing towards the area, and I want to go! 2-2, and it's Raul Jimenez, and they deserve that, the Wolves. Brilliant header, and what a perfect ball in by Ruben Neves. The quality was there for all to see. And what a header by Raul Jimenez. 2-2. What a goal. Apology accepted, well, by the way. No problem. But here's the goal again. There's the header. And a perfect header. Great header there. The ball coming into the penalty area. And what a good header that was by Raul Jimenez. And Wolves deservedly back on terms. 2-2. Ruben Neves with a great cross, and the Wolves are back in it, 2 apiece. And well, you can now, to prove your worth, hashtag JB Live. That's your punishment, sir. Right, hashtag JB Live, and don't forget man of the match time. Man of the match, folks. You've got 10 minutes to do one, or otherwise I'm going to have to make the casting vote like I did earlier today. So 2-2. What's my favourite team? Burnley, of course. Hence the claret bit. No problem. I'm a Burnley fan. Right, anyway, just to confirm, Nias is on for Czech Tulsan. 2-2, and what a fast 10 minutes, 9 minutes now we've got ourselves here, and it's, again, it's back to as we were now with Wolves in full view of attempting to win this game. I have to say, I've enjoyed the 2 games that we brought to you here. We've had a ball bringing it to you. We really have, and it's been an amazing afternoon's football in the Premier League. I wouldn't like to be the schedule's man on Match of the Day later on. You can watch that live later. So remember, both teams have used 2 substitutes each, as the Wolves fans absolutely go ballistic here. We're inside nearly the last 8 minutes. Everton looked on course through Richarlison to get 3 points, which on balance didn't look like deserving, or didn't deserve to earn, because they have been second best in terms of chances and possession. But Richarlison has had a good start to the season in terms of individualism, but the team have just not been good enough to close out this never say die Wolves team, who are just absolutely, they don't give up. And with Ruben Neves in their team, they've got every chance now of upsetting the odds, and there's still 8.5 minutes for a winning goal, and it wouldn't be a surprise now that the game's been played exclusively now in the Everton half, and it's not a great surprise. And Cozy Mad says, well, he's got come on you babbies. They say babbies over in that part of the world, don't they, in the West Midlands? Babbies, come on me babbies. Wolves, Ruben Neves is the first vote for man of the match, and I have to say I would agree with that. But 1 vote for Ruben Neves on man of the match. At the moment he's winning the vote. Meanwhile, Wolves now looking to win it, and they've deserved it. They've played really well today. I've been very impressed. I thought This is what I expected, what I'm attacking wise, and they've really attacked Everton today. Albeit now they've had to play against 10 men, but it is difficult to play against 10 sometimes, then not at all. But here go Everton, and the break is on. Nias is in the centre. If he can be found, and he can't be found. The ball was just too badly overhit, and Wolves survive. Well, that could have been problems. Problems aplenty. Because there was the ball, Coleman playing the ball in, and there was the chance. Still 2-2. 2-2 is the score. We've got about 3 minutes to go. We've got a substitution on at the moment. Martinho is off and Gibbs White is on. What a moment for him to make his Premiership debut. And we've got a player down injured. It's Richarlison. That could be a blow for him. Had a good match, scored 2 goals. Let's hope that's not a long-term thing. Although he's feeling it, that's for sure. So we're into well, it's all happened here. This was the first goal, the free kick there, which led to Richarlison's burst. Stabbed in beautifully. That came after 17 minutes. This was his second goal after 67, and it looked like Everton were going to win the match. But Wolves have been the better team. I don't think there's any arguments about that. Although Everton have battled well with the 10 men. Richarlison has gone off, and now it's all down. It's all down to Dignan, who's a player with great experience but not played at the top level of English football before. He's got great pedigree, that guy, this fella. But here come Wolves now. We got just over under 5 minutes to go. Can Wolves, if this was a boxing match, Wolves would be winning on points. But it's not boxing. This is well, what a finish it has been. Bonatini now to pick the ball up. Now Cody. Well, what a game now this really promises to be. With about 4 minutes to go. Wolves have been good value for being level, certainly throughout the game. And a good ball out towards the far side here. Again, Free making the break in all goal, and it's Neves on that ball again. Ruben Neves plays it out. Good football again. Then looking really good here. Doherty round the corner. Good football again, but the ball out of play, and Everton will take that all day long. We're with you here till about 20 past 7. Just to remind you that 25 past 7. Next week, midweek, we've got the Super Cup live at on Wednesday night. The 2 Madrid sides against each other, as the European season effectively is the curtain raiser for that. Then Burnley in action against Istanbul in the second leg, 0-0. You might remember from the first leg. That's live with me. The Super Cup is with Chris, and then we've got Chelsea, of course, that's with Chris. Watford next week for Burnley, and that's live on the YouTube channel as well. Offside there against number 9 Jimenez. And well, it's been a barnstorming finish here in the Midlands this afternoon. And it's been an absolute privilege to commentate and describe this game. It's raining cats and dogs now. Pickford with the 3 kick then for Everton. Left footed over the halfway line. 2-2. What a game it has been here at Molineux, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was the first match on Match of the Day tonight. Here come Wolves again. They've got the loose ball picked up here. What a moment that could be if they could get a winning goal with coming up towards 2 minutes of normal time to go. Here's, oh, that's a poor ball by Nias. It was silly in the extreme, just puts it needlessly out of play. Everton really are player are making some bad decisions here at the moment. Still 2 apiece. What a game it has been. 2-2. Loved every second of this game. It's been end-to-end stuff, and I can't wait to watch the match of the day on its return next week tonight. It's been an absolute joy and a privilege to commentate on. An amazing game. And it's a throw into Wolves, level with the Everton penalty box. Can Wolves nick it at the end? They get another throw in. And it's all down to what they can do now. Ball back out towards the far side. Needs a good cross required here. Ball into the penalty area, headed away again. With Ruben Neves on the field, anything is still possible. Wolves come forward once again. They've absolutely played out their skins today, Wolves, and you can't accuse them of that. We're into the last minute of normal time. 2-2. Then we'll have the fourth official. Ball across there towards Jimenez, but it's too close to the goalkeeper, who cuts it out. What a finish we're in for now. 20 seconds of normal time to go. What a game it has been. And I can now confirm that Neves is the JB man of the match. We only had the one vote, and I would have actually voted for Neves myself. So Ruben Neves is the JB man of the match for this game, and he's had a good hand in himself. And our special mention for Ricardo said he's done really well. 40 minutes at the end of the game, so still drama left to go. And it's absolutely pumped up the Wolves crowd now, as we see Richarlison. He's actually got the television man of the match, but our man of the match goes to Ruben Neves. And a well-earned reward as well. He's done really well. But here go Wolves. And that's surely got to be a free kick. The referee says it was a fair tackle. Nias has it now. Drissa Gay. Here's a chance now for Leighton Baines on the left-hand side. Back in field to Gay once again. 10-15 yards inside the Wolves half. Here goes the ball to the left, and it's Leighton Baines once again back in field to Drissa Gay. Drissa Gay now in field once again. Schneiderlin back to Gay. What a finish this is going to be. Baines has got him behind. It's Leighton Baines now for Everton. 3 in the centre. And one of them is Nias. Back to Baines. First time ball, and he's given away. And now Wolves to break. And now the play will be brought back, I'm sure. For a free kick to Wolves. We've had 1 of the 4 minutes here of time added on. What a dramatic finish. It's been a dramatic day in the English Premier League. We saw Newcastle beaten. Wins for Bournemouth, Watford, Crystal Palace, and Chelsea. And a 2-2 score here at the moment, but there's still time to go in this match. And Wolves now will not be wanting this game to finish in an instant. They've kept the ball well. The possession has been first rate. Everton have brought more or less everybody behind the penalty, behind the ball now, defending their penalty area. Ball towards Doherty. Doherty now plenty of time to get the cross in towards Neves. Neves turns. Good ball into the penalty area. Now then, real chances here now. Can the ball come back? Jota can't get the cross back. Still, it remains 2-2. This is Doherty. Good ball in there. Wolves keep a possession well. And I think to have a free kick there perhaps, but nothing serious, said the referee. We're played over the 2 of the 4 minutes. It's going to be a Wolves ball. Number 16. Cody to take. On halfway on the near side. It's infield once again. What a fantastic finish to this game. Bolly has it. And they give a free kick to Everton. Foul there on number 18, Schneiderlin. By the other number 18 here, Jota. He did size him down a little bit there. I think a draw would be probably a fair result. Everton will be relieved to come away with a point. Wolves will feel despite the 2-2 draw, that they've done enough to at least earn something out of the game, which they have done, really, in all due respect to them. 40 seconds of time added on to go, and it's been an amazing afternoon's football here in the Midlands, and it's raining all over the place here now. It was bright sunshine before the start of the match. It is absolutely chucking it down here. 20 seconds of stoppage time. Everton have a throw 15 yards inside the Wolves half. The 10 men have battled well, and Richarlison with 2 goals, Neves with a free kick, and Jimenez with the equaliser. I've probably got Wolves a point. We've played the 4 minutes, but Wolves are on the attack here, and the ball goes out to the far side. They still might win it from here. A speculative shot from about 25 yards. They appeal a corner. They want a corner. The referee's not interested, and we've got an intruder on the pitch as the referee blows for the end of the game. So a point apiece in a fantastic match between Wolverhampton Wanderers and Everton, 2 of the great traditional old names in English football. They battled it out and battled it out, and what a fantastic performance it was. And it's been an absolute pleasure to do the double bubble. Chris will be back with the Saturday night football. He will be the regular commentator on Saturday night football, as will Ross Burnham on Friday nights from the Championship. But what a finish here. Wolves 2, Everton 2. A great game. Terrific performance from both sides, and really maybe a point apiece was well deserved. But you just think there. You just think Yeremina. Well, he's gone from man of the match closed about 5 minutes ago. But both teams gave it their all, and I think Wolves will be a bit unlucky that they haven't got anything out of the game. They haven't got a win out of it. But you can tell the togetherness of this Wolves side, and I think they will go very, very far here in the Premier League. I don't think there's any concerns about that. They really played fantastically well, and I have no doubts at all they will be there or thereabouts this season. Well, that brings to the end a long day of Premier League football. We brought you 2 live commentaries. There was some 3 o'clockers in between as the players being applauded off there. So let's check the Premier League scores from earlier today. Newcastle 1, Tottenham 2, Bournemouth 2, Cardiff 0. Second, but a game really packed full of incident. A red card there for Jagielka means he'll miss at least 3 matches now through suspension, which Everton could ill afford. Richarlison went off with it to get the score from Derby. We did promise you that, and we will endeavour to bring that to you straight away. And in fact, though we can do it, Derby 1, Leeds United 4. So Frank Lampard's team have been well and truly beaten off the park, really, by a Leeds side who are just irresistible, really. And it's not been great. But Leeds looking superb. Balisa's side, and I think Ross Burnham will be absolutely delighted about that one. So final score from the Championship: Derby County 1, Leeds United 4. Leeds looking in irresistible form at the start of the Championship season. As for the JB Clark YouTube channel, we move on to Sunday for our next live offering, and that comes from the Premier as Burnley enter the fray now in the Premier League, and we start, and it'll be at Southampton. Join us from 1:15 tomorrow afternoon for full match commentary. It'll be me in a commentary box for that one. Then on Wednesday, the European Super Cup. Chris Whiteman will be making his first appearance of the season and on the commentary. Join me and him at 7:30. Kick-off 7:45, and then the day after, Burnley take on Istanbul in the second leg of the Europa League, third qualifying round. 0-0 from the first leg in Istanbul some 2 to 3 days ago. But thank you very much for tuning in for this double bubble. It's been an absolute privilege. I'm out of voice, quite honestly. Enjoy Match of the Day later on. Enjoy your Saturday night. But it's been We had 2 games. We had 7 goals in both games. 3 up at Newcastle. Another 4 tonight at Molineux. It's not been a bad old day, has it? 2-2 it's finished here at Molineux. From me, JB, see you tomorrow for Burnley away at Southampton. Till then, have a lovely Saturday and we'll speak to you tomorrow. Till then, good night, take care. Bye.